Hi, my name is Brad and I am joined by the one and only Anthony Callea. After coming runner-up in the second season of Australian Idol, Anthony released The Prayer, which went to number 1 for 5 weeks and was the second highest selling Australian single of the last decade. After a string of releases and an appearance on I'm a Celebrity last year, Anthony reunited with Sony Music and released the number 1 album, Backbone. Anthony has now teamed up with the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra to release the ARIA number 1 Hits and Symphony album, which he will tour with in the middle of next year. How are you going, Anthony?
I'm good, how you doing?
Really well.
Good.
It's been a busy day for you.
It has been a busy day, but yeah, I'm definitely not complaining, and it makes it a lot more enjoyable when you get to, obviously perform these amazing songs and speak about an amazing album. So.
Yeah, so speaking of the album, it's called ARIA number 1 Hits.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously have...
In Symphony.
In Symphony, of
yes.
course. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
Last year it was Backbone.
It was.
And it was a covers album. It went to number 1.
It went to number 1.
Amazing. You have to change it up a little bit, so...
Yeah, and it's been on my bucket list for a very long time to record a symphonic album.
Yeah.
And this one is extremely special because, it's not every day that you get to record a symphony album. And to do it with the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra is an absolute treat. It's my hometown orchestra. They're in the top 10 of the world in terms of orchestras. And, it's just been mind-blowing being able to stand there in front of them, 60 plus musicians, world-class musicians, and be able to sing with them. It's beautiful.
I think it's going to be a really special moment when you get to tour with it as well next year.
Oh, I cannot wait to tour. This, when I go on tour, we'll be doing a national tour and I'll be taking my full band and we'll be picking up local string players. So I'm going to have a whole string section as well on this tour. But when we go to Adelaide, I want to use Adelaide musos, right. And when I go to Queensland, I want to use Queensland musos, and I think that'll be really lovely because obviously there's an element of ownership there. They're in their own state, and
respect for
it's
awesome.
If we can share the love a little bit, that'll be great.
Is that the reason why the tour's a little bit later than?
To be honest, the reason why I booked the tour in at that time is because I actually really wanted nice venues, and not everyone knows the I suppose the logistics in terms of booking theatres, but to get the beautiful State Theatre in Sydney, there's a bit of a waiting list, and I wanted the beautiful showroom at the Star on the Gold Coast, and there's certain venues that I wanted to play. I just didn't want to play any venue.
So Anthony wants to make it perfect for you guys.
Yes, definitely make it perfect. So I basically made sure that to get the right venues, we had to do it in July, August.
Great. And with the album itself, how did you get to choose just 12 out of all the amazing songs that have been released in history?
Yeah, so all these songs are number 1 hits in our country. So I went through them all and I just was basically self-indulgent and picked my favourites. But songs that I suppose connected with me as well, not only lyrically but melodically. And, I sat down and I listened to all these songs and I said, in a symphony environment, which are going to adapt the best?
There's so many random choices, like Everything I Do it for You. You totally flipped that on its head.
Flipped on head, it sounds like a movie soundtrack, which I absolutely love. And then, End of the Road by Boyz II Men, early 90s, never been done with a symphony orchestra. I wanted to add something a little bit different to it, so that's why I got my guitarist Dave I said to him, I want you to play a really dirty guitar line.
Yeah.
I want a really dirty guitar line, but with a symphonic sound.
Yeah.
And he started playing, and it wasn't dirty enough. And I just went, no, dirty it up. And he just kept playing. I went, no, you don't understand. I want it to sound dirty. And he's like, but we're playing with the symphony orchestra. Okay, but that's the beauty of it. You've got this full-on electric guitar, but with the symphony orchestra. And I just think it's great.
It's so cool. Out of curiosity, what is your favourite song on the album?
I don't know if I've got a favourite.
You can guess my one.
Rain. There you go.
We talked about it before.
No, but I love that we were able to, I suppose, put my new 34-year-old self take on that song. I released that when I was 22 years old, and
it went to number 1, obviously.
Yeah, it went to number 1, and I love that song. It's a great pop track. But as we were speaking earlier, it was at a time too that. I was young. Yeah. I was naive. I didn't have life experiences, and I just came off Idol, and it was just a whirlwind. And I think, I really was waiting for an opportunity to go back into the studio and re-record this song, but with a lot more. I'm proud of that recording, and I brought what I could to it at the time. But I wanted to bring my now truth and honesty to that song.
Singing
And
to
this
a man.
was and this was the perfect opportunity, because I went, if I'm going to re-record my own song, it's going to be with a symphony orchestra.
Yeah, why not?
So yeah, it's a beautiful take on it, and I know that the fans, the die-hard fans that have been there from day one, have been waiting for, I suppose, the grown-up take on that song.
I think it's going to be really special to see it on tour with the orchestra.
Thanks.
Yeah, can't wait. So that's July. What do you got up until then? What's planned for Anthony?
Oh, who knows?
You're going crazy right now. You're doing in-stores, you're on Channel 7, Channel 9, Channel 10. You're everywhere.
I'm trying to. But yeah, it's all about this album at the moment, and it's sort of going to take me up until that time. We filmed Friday night at Hamer Hall. For Foxtel, so that airs in December as well, and then obviously getting the tour ready, and I believe that we're going to possibly repackage the DVD for a release in 2018 as well. So I'm going to be pretty busy.
He's busy. don't worry, you got plenty of time.
I'm going to sound like Carlotta by the end of the day. I lost 6 kilos, which that was the best thing about it. Oh my god, like I looked like Posh Spice when I got out of there. It was...
You're shocking.
I was like that skinny, I was like, God. I put it all back on in a week, don't worry.